This episode powered by Bay Photo. Service, quality, innovation. Use code BRIDAL35 for 35% off large photographic prints with select mounting options. Offer valid through February 27th, only at bayphoto.com.
I'm Sal Sincata, and this is Shutter Network. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world, welcome to Shutter Network. And this is the first episode of January, so super excited. And as always, I think it's timely information for you. And right now, today, I want to talk about putting your plan together for 2015. And this is the time we should be talking about it. Don't wait until June and July and you'll get to it someday. Now is the time to start really putting your plan together and thinking about what do you want 2015 to look like? Because you're in control of your own destiny. And now is the time to start thinking about it. And we always come up with reasons during the end of the year on what we'll do it next year, right? It's like kind of that getting into shape, and I'm going to work out, and then you're right, I'm going to lose weight. And we always do that for January, and then by February we're on to something else. And so we can't think that way with our business. With our businesses, we need long-term or semi-long-term structured goals. What do we want to do? Where do we want to be? And more importantly, how are we going to get there? Because I think we can all agree the where we want to be, we all kind of have a clue, right? I want more weddings, I want more portraits, I want more money. All of that's great, but the how, that's where most of us struggle. So let's kind of start getting into this. Every January, this is what me and my team do. We sit down and we put a plan together. And just being honest with you, I don't wait to January. I start doing this in December. And we really start thinking about what do we want the year ahead to look like. And that's what you need to start doing. You need to get in a habit. This is a habit, make no mistake. Successful people have habits, and they're habits that ensure continued success. This, I promise you, has to be one of those habits. And the habit is planning. Planning for what you want the year ahead to be. And I'm not going to tell you what your goals should or should not be. I just want to show you kind of the blueprint for how we get there. And so we start doing this in the December timeframe, and we say, okay, across our businesses, what do we want the goals to be? So what do you want your goals for 2015 to be? How many weddings are you looking to do in the year 2015? So that's the number one thing, right? And I'm sorry, when I say weddings, families, babies, seniors, just how many sessions are you looking for? And whatever your respective genre is, you need to start thinking about how many sessions you want. So what is that number? I need you to write it down, because that number, that piece of paper, it should be on your monitor next to your computer. It should be on the mirror in your bathroom. It should be something you're looking at and asking yourself every single day, what am I doing to achieve those goals? And if the answer is nothing, if you go to bed at night and you ask yourself, what did I do today to get closer to that goal? You're failing. And that's it. I'm not here to sugarcoat it for you. You have to get closer to your goals. What are you doing to achieve your goals? If you know anyone in your family who's an entrepreneur, they should be watching this video, because this is business 101. This is not just photography. What are you doing to get closer to your goal? And so this is what I want you to do. What is your goal? And I'm going to give you an example. For me this year, I'm going to say that I want to photograph 35 to 40 weddings. That's my range, okay? I want to do about 100 portrait sessions. That's your goal. So write your goal down. What do you want it to be? But the next thing I want you to think about is, what's your stretch goal? This is something, a term that comes from corporate America. So we all have goals and targets and sales targets that we're chasing, no matter what kind of business you're in. But what's your stretch goal? That's the challenge, right? So, or that should be the thought process. And the reason you have a stretch goal is because you don't want to put a goal out there where you go, okay, my goal is to shoot 5 weddings. Oh, great, I already have 7 booked. Check, success. No, you don't want to stop the minute you hit that goal. Instead, what you want to do is, okay, I've hit my goal. I hit my goal in July. Well, if you hit your goal in July, are you giving up on the year? No, set a stretch goal. And so if you're going to say, call it 35 weddings is your goal for 2015, maybe your stretch goal is 40 or 45 weddings. But then tied to that, okay, is what are you going to do if you hit that stretch goal, right? All work, no play, never a good thing. And so what I like to do is I say, okay, if I hit my stretch goal, I'm going to buy that new camera I want. I'm going to buy that new lens I want. I'm going to go to that workshop, or I'm going to take that trip that I was looking to take. So now you're giving yourself incentive to keep going after those goals. And that's the key, is keep working hard. You don't want to hit that goal, go mission accomplished, I'm closing up shop for the rest of the year. So hopefully that's making sense. That stretch goal is so important because it really forces you to work hard and reach past what you were hoping to accomplish. And there has to be a reward at the end of that. It can't just be like, okay, I got it, there's just a check mark. So pick something that you really want and make the reward match the extra hard work you're gonna do, right? Don't just pick something like, oh, if I hit my stretch goal, I'm gonna buy that new memory card that I wanted. No, it's gotta be big. So again, maybe it's a trip, it's a workshop, it's a piece of equipment you were hoping for, and that will keep you motivated going for it. The next up that you have to think about, right, in putting your plan together is, once you know what your goals are, how are you going to achieve them? That's where I see, oh my gosh, business owner after business owner trip and fall, is they know what they want their goals to be, but they have no idea how they're going to achieve them. Well, this is your marketing plan. And so we've got to start putting our marketing plan together to get to those goals, right? Whether it's the 35 weddings, the 100 portrait sessions. And so you've got to, what I want you to do right now is identify the 5 things, right? Maybe this is a point where you hit pause, or you come back and you watch this video again. What are the 5 things you're going to do to hit your goal? What does your marketing plan look like? Are you going to do bridal shows? Are you going to establish networking relationships? Are you going to work on your search engine optimization? Are you going to run ads on Facebook? What's your plan to get the business in the door? So that's great. You set these lofty goals and these stretch goals, but if you don't follow it up with a plan, a marketing plan behind that, you're going to fail. You are guaranteed to fail. Your 2015 is going to suck. Okay, so if you don't want your 2015 to suck, you've got to back up your mission there. Okay, so every organization goes through this, right? The CEO says, okay, we're going to do this much in sales. Now the marketing team's job is to achieve the goals of the CEO. Well, in our line of work, you're both the CEO and the CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer. So you kind of got to wear both hats, but you got to put that plan together. So I want you to think about this. What are the 5 things you're going to do to achieve those goals? And so, like I said, I just gave you some ideas. We can do Facebook marketing and advertising. We can do magazine ads. We can network with local bridal salons. If you're a senior photographer, you can go after seniors, high school senior salons for proms and things like that. We can work with catering halls, Facebook advertising, search engine optimization to drive business in. There's no one silver bullet. So you've got to have this multi-prong approach to bringing in business. If you're a family photographer or portrait photographer, maybe you're doing direct mail, right? And we can have a whole video segment just on each one of those marketing tactics. But the takeaway here is I want you to understand that you have to have a multi-prong approach. You cannot just say, I'm going to do one thing and that's how I'm going to accomplish it. Because if that one thing fails, you're putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. So make sure that that's what we're doing. Third thing, as it pertains to planning, what is your training plan? You're like, what? A training plan? Yeah. What do you plan on getting better at this year? A lot of photographers don't think about that. If you think you're good enough or you're that good, I've lost you, right? And so again, I look inward. I learn from me. I am constantly trying to perfect my craft. If you look at my work today compared to my work 2 years ago, it's night and day. Compared to my work 5 years ago, oh my God, I was horrible. And so I'm constantly trying to get better as an artist, as a photographer. So where are you weak? Okay, and we're all weak in different areas. And maybe you're just starting out and you go, man, Sal, I'm weak in every area. Okay, fair enough. Pick 2 areas that you're weak at that you would like to improve in. And even if you're an established photographer, come on, man, do you really believe that you're great at everything? So for me, when I look at where I was weak or things I want to focus on moving into this year, I want to look at painting with light. Okay, and if you don't know what that is, look it up, Google it. It's kind of cool. So I want to do some more painting with light and introduce that into my real portraits. And so painting with light is something that people typically do with landscape photography. I don't want to do that with landscape photography. Instead, I want to do it with people in it. That would be something unique and interesting and adding it to my work. I want to get better at bringing studio lighting on location to create more dynamic portraits. So those are 2 areas I'm going to work in. Last year, I was focusing on long exposures with landscape work. So I would go out there and do 30-minute exposures, just something that I wasn't used to doing. You've got to get uncomfortable. So what does your training plan look like? Where are you weak? Identify those areas and work on them this year. Are you weak at posing? If you're weak at posing, that's a pretty big weakness. Let's put that down on our plan for this year and work on that. And I think you'll find that that's how you get better. Next up, what is your portfolio plan? Meaning, how do you plan on improving on your portfolio? Every photographer I've ever met with, when we talk to them, they say, I'm not attracting the clients that I'm hoping to attract, Sal. I get more traditional clients. I want more fashion-forward clients. Great. How do you plan on getting them? If you're waiting for those clients to come in before you build the portfolio, it's a chicken and egg thing. Instead, what you should be doing is saying, okay, here's where I want to be. Here's where I want my work to be, my portfolio to be. Here's where I'm weak. And I'm going to take where I'm weak, my training plan, and build a better portfolio. Every year since I have been a working professional photographer, I have worked on my portfolio that year, every single year. And so you're never too good. Again, the minute you think you're too good, your business is on the way out, man, because you're not current with trends. You don't have a current look. You don't have a fresh look. You're just doing the same thing you were doing last year. And honestly, as an artist, is that really what you want to do? I don't. As an artist, I want to keep getting better. I want to try new things. I want to innovate. I want to have a fresh look. And that's what your clients are going to want. Again, whether it's weddings or families, they want something that's a more modern, fresh approach on portrait photography. So let's give it to them. And this is your perfect way to do it. It's January. Are you telling me, as far as refreshing and reinventing your portfolio, are you telling me over the next 12 months, you can't dedicate or commit 5 shoots just for you, not with your clients, right? So get 5 shoots together on areas you want to improve in or recreate your look and put that together. I show my brides my current portfolio and they're blown away because they're seeing things that they've never seen on my website. They're seeing things that no one else is doing. So from their perspective, they're going, oh my God, this is really cool. Can we do something like this on my engagement shoot? Can we do something like this on my wedding or with a high school senior? And so you've got to start thinking like that. Again, it's very different way. But when you write this down and you put this plan together, you are going to force yourself to really start thinking about it. And I hope you're watching this video and writing this stuff down. Because if you're not, you're going to watch this video, you're going to be like, yeah, that's super cool. And then you're going to do nothing with it. So please put that action plan together, even if it's just on one sheet of paper. And then finally, okay, I'm giving you 5 steps here. Finally is your networking plan. So we're talking business. We're talking about growing your business in 2015. Relationships and relationship building has to be part of the equation. You can't do it alone. Your referral network, whether it's with your existing clients, catering halls, dress shops, whoever's in your circle and sphere of influence, you've got to start working at networking. And so I want you to write down right now who are 3 to 5 vendors that you need a better relationship with. And it doesn't have to actually be the vendor itself versus the category. So maybe the category is, you know what, I really need a relationship with a catering hall. Great, that needs to be on your list for 2015. I need a relationship with a dress manufacturer or dress supplier. Great, that needs to be on my agenda for 2015. And think about how this all starts working together. Let's just say you're on your list, you're putting together, I need a relationship with a dress shop, okay? Now you have that relationship with the dress shop. They're gonna lend you dresses for your training plan, which is also part of rebuilding your portfolio, which is also part of networking, because now you're gonna give them those images to display, which is also part of your marketing plan. You've seen how this all comes together? And so this is your opportunity to really have all this stuff dovetail and work together to build your business and take it to that next level. So 3 to 5 vendors that you need a relationship with, or category of vendors, to help take your business to that next level. This is a simple thing for you to do, guys. And a lot of the things I teach, you all know it, is super simple, but it helps when I put some context around it and how it all works together. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, but I need you to get social. What was your aha moment this episode? Here's what we're giving away: 2 free tickets to Shutterfest. And that's our event in St. Louis. It's already sold out, April 7th and 8th. And so, right, what is your aha moment? I need you to get out there and tweet hashtag Shutter Network, or on Facebook, BT Shutter. Go to our Facebook site and hashtag Shutter Network. Tell us your aha moment with this episode. And then we're going to pick a winner, 2 free tickets to Shutterfest. So hopefully we can take you and one of your friends. As always, I hope you got a ton out of this episode. Keep watching, keep learning, keep growing. We'll see you next time.